Connor, you gonna do the intro?
Oh,
I forgot to say it. Never mind. But it's recording, so go ahead.
Right. What is going on, all Long Drive podcast listeners?
Had a malfunction.
You got Connor, Jack, and a very special guest, 2020 Cy Young winner, Ryan Kracht. Ryan, how are you doing tonight?
Good. How are you boys?
I'm doing good.
Really appreciate you coming on tonight.
Oh yeah, always. So I guess we'll just get right into the questions, then we can talk some other stuff. How did you, I guess, because I know Dan really got you in. So I guess how did you meet Dan, and then how did you end up getting into MLW?
Oh, geez. So this is crazy. So when I was about 6 years old, I played in this like rec league baseball, like every other little kid. And I played with Daniel, who actually was on my team. And his dad came up to my parents like the last game of the season and was like, Mark Schultz, he was like, hey, Daniel's going to play on this travel team next year. Your kid should come try out. He's pretty good. And so that's what my parents decided. Yeah, why not? So they had me go try out, and me and Daniel ended up on the same travel baseball team, with like Clayton and Neil, all of the OGs, like all of us were all on that baseball team for a couple of years. So that's how I met him. And then we became like friends a lot, closer as time went on. And then I used to beg him like every day to let me in the league. We had a science class together, and I used to beg him every day, just come on, give me one shot, give me one at bat. And he finally was like, all right, fine, you can do it, because that was when Brendan had started to go to college, and all the, he couldn't make all the series, so he asked me if I could play, and I was like, hell yeah. So yeah, that's what I decided to do.
Yeah, didn't you mentioned on Pipe It Up that he like walked over with the Eagle bat and you were like fanboying and stuff? And
oh yeah.
I feel like if I were in that situation, I would be so scared to be fanboy or whatever. I would just be quiet.
Yeah, he came
sitting
to my house
in right field, just being quiet the whole time.
Yeah, he came to my house to like give me a tryout when we were like, I don't know, 14, 13. It was so funny.
So what were some favorite memories of being on the Eagles with like Dan and Clayton and those guys?
I think like the stuff I remember the most, it's hard to recall all of that, that was a long time ago. But like I remember my first at bat with them was my first at bat was a walk, and then my next at bat was a grand slam. First game, I had all the nerves going. And I just remember like, Daniel coming up to me after, and he was like, hey man, like, now you're in, like now you're ready to go. And I just like that type of stuff was just like, the stuff I'll never forget, especially like when we won the World Series, I threw the last pitch in that game. Dan stepped up and when we went into that game and he said, hey, I'm giving you the ball, you pitch this game. That's the type of stuff that like set him apart from like the other managers in MLW to me. So I just like that type of stuff I'll never forget because he was a very good leader to us.
And I'm gonna ask a random question. Do you still have all those Eagles jerseys?
I do. Yeah, they're in my room. Yeah,
that seems like so cool to have like the blue one and stuff. But
yeah, no, I have the blue one. I have a white one, and I don't know if you guys know this, but in 2018 for like the 2 series, I was actually signed with the Eagles. I was number 13, and I have that jersey still.
Yeah. Wait. So this is totally off topic. Why did you switch to 13?
I'm pretty sure if I remember right, it was because I knew Neil was coming into the league. And let me get one thing straight. Neil basically lives in my backyard. Like he's been my best friend since I was like way younger than you guys are now, So Neil was coming in and he wore the number 13, and I just liked the fact that I wore it before he did on that team. It's something about it. I liked it. I thought it was funny.
So, how did you feel winning the 2016 World Series? And I even was like scrolling through the comments on it, and it was like, oh yeah, Dan's so selfless, like not pitching the last game, and like you mentioned that. So,
right.
I guess overall, just how did you feel?
I mean, it was interesting. So my first year, 2015, we got to the World Series, right? We didn't win.
Yeah.
But I remember I remember talking to Dan when we were going into it. He's like, bro, we've been here many times, so we've never been able to get the job done. 2015, he said that to me, and I was like, geez, and like it felt so much pressure for some reason. I don't know why. And then we went in, we didn't come out with the W. But that next year, just like there was so much more on the line. It felt like. So if not, I don't want to say, like it felt like there was a lot of pressure being let off the Eagles organization now that they finally had won a championship.
And I guess I never realized this. You came into the Eagles their 6th year and won the World Series with them the 7th, and you did the same thing with the Preds.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't even think about that until just now. The 2015 World Series, weren't you guys up 2-1? I'm a stat nerd. I remember all these stuff.
I believe you guys were probably up like know more about it than I do.
Yeah. So if if you don't want to answer this, but what made you want to leave the Eagles?
Oh no, that's a fair question. So like, that whole Daniel Schultz's shadow stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Jack Krause, whatever. Like it was kind of like that. That's a somewhat of a good way of saying it. It definitely wasn't that harsh though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I was living in his shadow. I just felt like I had so much more to bring to the table.
Ace behind an ace almost.
Yeah, like it wasn't Daniel's fault. Daniel is, in my opinion, the best player in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't his fault that I wasn't pitching more. It was just because he's the best.
He's almost like the standard for the
league. Him and Kyle are like the role models. They just happen to be brothers.
Yeah, like they're whatever team they're on, they're always going to be an ace, no matter what.
Yeah,
you could say.
Yeah. So it wasn't anything that like I felt like Daniel wasn't giving me the opportunities I deserved, because at that point I hadn't deserved them. So I just figured, there's got to be a team in the league that needs me really bad. And
the
Preds were definitely that team.
They
needed pitching.
Yeah. That's our next question. But so I'll ask this: if the rule like they added last year, where like players could only pitch like 9 innings, what is it, like 6 innings?
6 innings per series.
6 innings, yeah, 6 innings.
Question: would you have stayed on the Eagles if that rule was in place?
That's a great question, man. Oh my. I'm not sure.
I'm proud of you, Connor. You're getting a pay raise.
I don't know. I think by then, all right. If I'm gonna be 100% serious, I don't think Warda would still be playing. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, because you could see it in the videos. He was like down on himself because his team wasn't good. At the time, the Preds weren't good. So I think something would have happened where Kyle would have brought it up or Alec would have brought it up, some sort of way to make the Preds better. Because I felt like at that point, as I was like growing into myself as a wiffle ball player, they would have realized how much more potential I have. So maybe something would have happened, but I don't think I would have just came out and said I want to leave if those were the rules back then.
Yeah, I've actually got a question, if you don't mind, Connor.
Go for it.
I completely forgot to mention this last episode. It was 2 weeks ago. We interviewed Tommy Coughlin. Connor, you know exactly what I'm about to say. If you have one, do you have a favorite Drew Davis moment?
Oh
my God, a favorite Drew Davis moment?
Do you have one?
Yeah.
I forgot to ask
this isn't like a moment. This isn't like a moment, but this is more of like a span of events. We won the World Series in 2019 with the Preds, right?
Yeah.
And so the semifinals going into that against
we got
team,
killed.
Oh my God, dude. He looks like such an idiot out there. I'm sorry, but he was stupid.
He does. Cobras fan, he does.
Yeah, he would throw the ball, and like he would like, I don't know how to explain it. He'd like sigh as he threw it. He was like, ugh, like as he threw the ball. And then Warda hit like 4 home runs in that series or something like that. I went yard. Harlan was getting on base. Like he looked so dumb. We just came after him.
As much as I love Drew Davis, nothing makes me more happier when the Cobras lose in a blowout and Drew just gets mad. As much as I love the dude, it's so funny. And then my favorite line, I say it every time Kyle says it, my favorite line after every time they lose. The wheels have fallen off for the Cobras. It's my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's not his fault that Jack Krause said what he said. You know what I'm saying? But that is the reason I hate the Cobras. 100% the reason. I don't
love the hatred.
I don't hate Drew. I like Drew a lot. I did the podcast.
Yeah, I love Drew the person, but Drew the player, you love to hate on him. It's hilarious.
But as a player, you have to hate him in our league.
You either hate him or you're a diehard.
Yeah.
I'll say this though. Cobras 2022.
You're crazy.
Shit. Okay.
They won't do it.
Yep, he is.
Unless Drew trades himself to another team, they're not going to do it. Not with Drew.
Okay, so next question is what was appealing about the Preds? Because I know the Seahawks needed a pitcher, but you probably did the smart thing and said no Seahawks, no. But
no, when I ran through it, like I was just like I remember like a week before I like finally decided I wanted to go, I was just like watching highlights, as like a fan would, just watching all the videos.
Yeah.
And I like you watch the Preds play, and like you'll notice like before I was there, they would give up like 6 runs every inning, mercy every inning. But when they would get beat, like when the other team would score 12 runs, they would score like 8 against really good pitchers. They hit like they hit the ball. And I was just like noticing like, because like people were only looking at like their wins and losses, not looking at like how like Ward is Silver Sluggers, and how consistent Brennan is. You know what I'm saying? And Jack was raking too when I obviously he was one of the reasons I went there too, because he was hitting good, and he's like one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah. Were you like disappointed? Not necessarily disappointed. Were you, as a player, like coming to that team, were you disappointed when Agner left?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's just, Agner brought the electricity to the table, when he hits that bomb after talking crap to the pitcher. There's nothing nothing fires me up more than that. He even does it to us. He does it to us now that he plays on Magic.
As much as I love my Wildcats and Kyle Schultz, one of my favorite moments of Jack Agner, the 2019 home run derby, whether it was him killing the ball into the trees or him, oh wait, no, that wasn't even against Kyle, or him just doing his best to make Dirty Dan fail, just in the background, just chattering it up the whole time. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so funny. Yeah.
He seems like a very funny dude to be around.
Yeah. So how did it feel, I guess, throughout the regular season, going from a 7-8 mediocre team to a 12-3 powerhouse?
Hold on. Restate the question. I'm sorry.
Okay. How did it feel making that 2019 regular season run, going from a 7-8 powerhouse to a 7-8 mediocre team to a 12-3 powerhouse?
I mean, we kind of all knew it was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
The whole "this is the year" thing that was happening for the Preds before I was there. Yeah. So like, I think we all knew once we went out against the Cobras in 2018 what was coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like chip on the shoulder attitude the whole time. We were having fun, but I mean, we were kicking butt. You know what I'm saying? We weren't losing.
Yeah.
And the games we did lose, like the 11-1 lead we had over the Mallards, like what? We lost that game. It's just stuff like that,
Yeah. Who did you guys lost? One of the Diamondbacks, one of the Mallards, and one of the Cobras?
Yeah, I don't. You know more than I do on that stance.
I'm like, I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So, next question. Going in. Okay. Random question. Did the AL and you might not remember this? Did the ALC? So, did you know that you were facing the Eagles going into the NLCS or ALCS, or did you not know?
Did I know, like in 2019? You mean?
Yeah.
So they were playing before us, right?
Yeah.
Like the Eagles, they played their last 2 games against the Mallards before we started the World Series. So we were there. Me, Alec, and Brennan were there watching them face off for the chance to play in the World Series.
So did you want to play the Eagles over the Mallards in the 2019 World Series?
Yeah, because the thing is, all right, this is cocky, but I knew we were going to win either way. If it was the Mallards, it would have been a lot more, I don't want to say blowout, but it wouldn't have been challenging.
As competitive.
Yeah, because we just like you saw us play them earlier in the year. We hit off Tommy, and my pitching was working against them. So I kind of wanted to play Daniel, not because of like the pure competitiveness like in the Eagles, but because he's the one who like brought me there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I wanted the chance to like show not only him, but
almost
everyone
like revenge,
else
but not like very like not like I can't think of a word like
personal.
Just like fun revenge almost, you could say. Right. Although of course it's so competitive because like it's the World Series, like you can't just give it up. But
and also I think on paper, if you're looking at the World Series, like you see, okay, the Preds swept them like 3-0, like not competitive. I just want to say every game went to like 7 innings.
Yeah, they all went to extras.
Yeah. Did you guys all play that in the same day, or did you guys play?
No, we played the first 2.
Okay.
And then we came back the next morning for the next game.
Yeah. Okay. So how did it feel when Warda hit the walk-off?
Oh, geez. You know what's funny is I can't really like recall actually being in that situation.
Yeah,
same thing for Chris. Chris says the exact same thing every time. We've asked him about like 3 or 4 times, and every time he says, "I just blacked out when I hit the walk off. I don't remember anything."
I mean, you can see in the video I yell, "No way!" Hold on.
But that's just when you're actually there, it's different.
I couldn't believe it. Like it was like it had actually came together. You know, everything we wanted.
Got it done after 7 years or whatever, however long it was.
Yeah,
so I'm sure he was yelling or just going crazy. I would probably have broken down the field, to take down all the new fences that Kyle just did before that year. If that's what happened, 7 years, going 7 years like that, and then hitting a walk off. The field would be destroyed.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everything we worked together.
Yeah, you guys were like tackling each other and stuff. So yeah.
And that's just that's almost an unwritten rule when it's baseball and you're celebrating a World Series. Whether it's baseball or wiffle ball, it's an unwritten rule to do a doggy pile of some sort, tackle each other.
Yeah, for sure.
I've done it before.
Yeah. So my next question is, how would you assess your 2020 season? So yeah.
Disappointing.
I think
definitely disappointing.
As a team, you could say disappointing, but I think what was it, like 90 strikeouts you had?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
but obviously it's more of a team sport. It's not a single player stat.
As a player, 0.96 ERA, 90 strikeouts. I'm not sure about his whip, but a 271 average.
I didn't know it was that good.
And led the league in home runs. I mean, the man was crushing the ball.
Yeah, no, I played good, but I'm disappointed in how it turned out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I don't think that the Wildcats should have won that.
They deserved it. That's the thing. They can hit now.
Yeah. Well,
they can hit.
Sailor was injured. Like
he wasn't. No, dude. Sailor was injured, but you know, like he took like 3 at-bats right-handed because he needed to, and every time he came up clutch. Kyle got a hit off me lefty.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh yeah. I must say, you know how angry I got every single time you guys walked him or whatever. But I just got dude. Come on, just let him hit. Because the second he hits, it's gonna be a walk-off or whatever. Yeah. Or I don't even remember all the situations.
We just didn't want to risk it, you know.
Yeah.
No, I respect. It's smart gameplay though. It's not that I hate.
It wasn't. I don't hate fun to watch, but
I don't hate the gameplay. It's very smart. If I'm a Preds fan, I'm all for it. But as a Wildcats fan, it's killing me inside.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know if you watch Nickens on YouTube. He made a video and it's called Kyle Schultz Walking. And it has I will walk 500 miles in the background. And it's just a compilation of you like either intentionally walking him or just throwing like walks to him.
Yeah.
I never saw that. I gotta look that up.
So next question, and I guess I could have asked this with both Tommy and Cheatham too. How does like awards feel, like winning MLW awards feel? Because you've won like 2 of the most like coveted awards. You won MVP last year and then Cy Young this year. And let me remind you, he was the first. He was the first person that wasn't Dan, Kyle, or Tommy to win Cy Young. So, yeah. So I guess just in general, how does that stuff feel?
It feels good being, like rewarded for what you did. Especially like the biggest thing to me was what you just said about the Kyle, Tommy, and Dan.
The first one.
Debacle, that they're the only people who have won that award. So that just makes you feel like you're a legend.
All those trophies in their garage.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like a legend when you do that.
Yeah,
or whatever.
So it was cool winning the Cy Young, but what really meant that much to me was the fact that I was joining that club, and not only that, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I definitely have. I've won Rookie of the Year. I don't know what
Player of the Year, right? I thought you did.
Yeah, I've most improved.
Or that's it. I don't know why I said
I've won most dedicated, MVP and Cy Young. So the only thing I haven't won is Silver Slugger.
Ooh.
And
so
yeah,
I think
you
have a mission next year.
And Manager of the Year, I guess.
Yeah, he was. Well, yeah, you were definitely a candidate this year. I mean, Sailor crushed the ball, and I'm not saying you didn't crush the ball. Sailor had like a 322 average. You had a 271.
It was incredible.
Right. Yeah.
He was so fun to watch.
He's great.
Yeah. So I believe this is the final question, and then we can just talk in general. So one thing you're most looking forward to in 2021. Now I know you're not the manager, so you probably can't tell us about I don't know, draft picks or something. But I guess just in general, what are you most looking forward to in 2021?
I think 2021 is gonna be my best year because I feel like right now I understand everything I need to know about all the players I'm gonna face. Last year all those rookies came in.
Oh yeah.
And you didn't know about them.
A lot of rookies are gonna come in, but they're
not going to be as good.
Happens like the Gators,
because there's no Winter League, and trades are going to happen like that this year because people now know how valuable those draft picks can be. We kind of went over that with Tommy with how valuable
I think the Freds are definitely going for something with our draft pick. We have ideas. I can't tell you exactly what those ideas are.
Yeah.
But we have things going on in the works. We have jersey design in the works right now.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, New Jersey. I'm really excited to see the Cobras' New Jersey design. From what I hear, it's really cool. But
hold up, what? There's a Cobras New Jersey?
You haven't seen the new pod?
I haven't. Okay, I didn't get caught up on the pod. I haven't listened to the past 2 episodes.
Oh, I listen every. But yeah, the Cobras have new designs coming out.
Just so you know. Huh? If Drew designed it, it's probably dumb. You gotta.
I'll tell you what, Drew hyped it up so much this past year about those all whites.
Everything.
He hyped them up so much, and I thought they were gonna look so cool during the Wildcat Tour. They were bad. I didn't like them at all.
Snake Squad ones.
Whatever the white ones were, I didn't like them at all.
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. My favorite Cobras jersey is the original one. I don't know why.
Red one?
Yeah, the red with the C and the snake in the middle.
I like the baby blue one they had for a little bit.
The baby blue one is good.
That one's okay, but my problem with that is everything else has either the Cobras logo on it or a snake on it, and that one was just wiffle ball. That's just me.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of plain though. I mean, it's a fair point.
Yeah,
but I do have one other question, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
So who would you say is the toughest pitcher to hit against?
My bad.
The toughest
pitcher.
So there's Kyle, Dan, some of the rookies. Who would you say is the toughest pitcher?
Toughest pitcher to hit against and toughest hitter to pitch against.
All right. Well, you guys, the toughest hitter is Kyle. There's just nothing you can get past him. I know that sounds weird, but every pitch you think he's he's not thinking about this. That's the exact pitch he's thinking is going to happen. He just understands it so well. So it's so hard to pitch to him. But
the 80-mile-per-hour fastball that's not allowed.
Actually hitting Kyle, I've hit off for so long, so I get it,
Yeah, and Kyle's 2 pitches, which is why I don't think unless he adds another pitch. Kyle's stuff is solid, but I don't think he'll ever win another.
Everyone's been you have been in the league for so long. They know the second he gets towards the ground, you guys know it's a riser.
Although he started adding that drop from that angle.
Yeah, from that angle, and it did catch me by surprise a couple times, especially in the Gator series. But.
Yeah, no, but Kyle, I've been hitting off him for too long to say him. And Daniel, if you ask Kyle this question too, Kyle would say the same thing. Me and Kyle think it's I don't want to say easy, but not as difficult to hit off Daniel for some reason. It's just I think
I think so. If I remember correctly, I think so. Out of the people we've asked this question to, I think Dan, or no, not Dan. We haven't done him. Christian. So I think Cheatham said you were the hardest. Chadwick? Did Chadwick say you were the hardest to hit against us?
I think said you too.
I think Chadwick said you too. Yeah. And so Chadwick. Tom said Dan. Tom said Dan.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I think Tommy, when he's on, is dangerous. Like when he comes with his slider that breaks crazy, and then that drop ball, dude. Balls that drop like that, I struggle with.
No. The most dirty drop ball, and you guys will play them this year, is Jimmy Norp's.
Norp does have a good one.
But the problem with Norp's is that it's not only very predictable, but it's not fast enough. And I'm not saying if he sped it up, it would not move like that. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe he's been working on it. I don't know. But that ball, even though it breaks 4 feet, it comes in very slow. You know what I'm saying? I saw it when we played in the Michigan tournament. I saw him throw it many times.
Yeah.
And I guess that just wouldn't bother me personally.
Yeah.
Facing that.
So,
but I like Jimmy. Jimmy's a cool guy.
Yeah. So this might be our last question because I know we have a time limit. But I guess aside from the Cobras, because I know you want to kill the Cobras every time you see Drew, which team do you want to beat the most? And I know from the NL you guys will face the Mallards and the D-backs unless they add new teams, which I don't think they would have announced it. So is there a certain team that you have a grudge against that you want to beat or something?
I don't think I have any grudges with anybody in the league. You know, everybody's so nice. But I think when it comes down to it, I like beating the Wildcats because
no doubt
of how much better they've gotten. You know what I'm saying? Kyle has done many different things with that team.
Oh yeah.
He took I don't want to be mean, but the Ruley kids that he took for a season or two. He took those kids in and made something out of that. He made Waylon very good. Just stuff like that.
Almost like Bill Belichick. He has a nice factory back there that he uses.
Yeah, so
I'll say this as a football fan. That was Tom Brady's team that was winning the championship, not Bill Belichick's, and Tom Brady proved it this year. He came in without Bill Belichick.
I agree.
But I must say, as much as I love that everybody in the league is friends or whatever, it would be so good if we had some real personal hatred in the league. I feel like as much as I like if we saw a fight on the field,
it's there, bro. I promise you, it's there. It's not. You're not talking to the right guy about it, but it is there. And I'll tell you one thing: it all has to do with Drew Davis. It doesn't.
I'm sure it does.
It all has to do with Drew. It's just the way you guys. I don't know how to explain it. If you were on the field playing against him, you'd get it.
It's just it is. I can see it.
I'll say, as a Cobras fan, this hurts because I love your game. But
see, I freaking raw on the field so bad.
I don't want to bash him. I love Drew, but
it would be the best video. It would be the most viewed video ever in the history of MLW. It would be the best video.
You want to know something? I'll tell you something that you guys probably didn't know. Sure. He asked me 3 weeks before we played him last year if I wanted to stage a fight. I was like, that is the most Drew Davis thing you could have asked me. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Should have said yes.
What are you saying? It's shut up. Just the stuff. I was at that point, I was like, maybe we don't even have to stage it. Maybe we can just fight.
You should have.
I don't want to bash him. I love Drew. Drew's a great guy. You know what I'm saying?
I love the person. Awesome. From what I hear or from what I listen to the podcast, he sounds like a very great person guy.
Yeah, he is.
When he's in the game, you can't. You can't do nothing but disrespect him. It's just hilarious.
Yeah,
especially in that Magic series, you could tell how heated he got in the Cobras Magic series. But it was funny, and that would be hilarious if there was a fight. But one day maybe there will be a real life rivalry where people can't even see each other in real life, only on the field. And on the field it's just
right.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely get bigger and stuff. And I think we asked Chadwick this. I guess you already kind of are involved. You went to obviously the Whiffle and the Mitten. And you went to did you go to Illinois?
Oh, I couldn't. I was in college already. I couldn't go to Illinois.
Okay. Crap. Where do you go to college?
It's called Alma College. That's where I am right now. It's in Michigan. It's a very small school. I play baseball here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw somebody, I don't know why. I just saw on Twitter, somebody retweeted your commitment. It was pretty cool, but
yeah,
I saw it somewhere. I can't remember where.
Yeah,
for baseball.
I'm pretty much redshirted this first year. So as of right now, I'm a two-way. So we'll see what happens. The only reason I really started pitching in baseball is because wiffle ball pitching for me kind of took off. So I started pitching in baseball.
Yeah.
So that whole situation's kind of weird because I'd never pitched before then.
Well, yeah, because even my dad is like, because like I pitch in wiffle ball like a lot, but I'm a catcher, and like I always say like, okay, yeah, I catch, but I don't pitch. My dad's like you can pitch in wiffle ball. You could probably if you just and you have a good arm, you could probably pitch in baseball too. So
yeah, no, he's right.
Anything else, Jack?
I don't think I got anything else. Really appreciate you coming on.
Oh yeah,
Ryan, bro, for sure. Connor, you wanna say the old saying that we say?
Eagles, you lost the 2014 World Series. Kracht was not on the team at the time, so don't blame him. Again, Ryan, thank you for coming on. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace out.
Man. Thanks for having me on.